If you have ever lived near a forest at night, you know the scariest thing is not noise, but silence, like it was waiting for something. I am telling this story because if I had trusted only my eyes, I would still think I overreacted. But what I saw through my thermal scope made that impossible. My name is Ryan, and I live in a remote rural area in the Pacific Northwest where there are very few houses and forest in every direction, and people joke that the forest watches you at night, which I always thought was exaggeration until that night. It was close to midnight in winter. Snow covered the ground, and the air burned when you breathed. My fiancé and I were in the living room when we heard footsteps outside on the snow. And at first I thought it was an animal like a deer or a coyote, but then the sound came again, closer. My fiancée said she heard it too, so I went to the window and looked outside. The porch light was on, the snow reflected the light, and the backyard was completely empty. No movement, no shadows, yet something felt wrong, like something was there but perfectly still. I grabbed my rifle for safety and my thermal scope, which I had bought for hunting, and when I stepped outside, the snow crunched under my boots, and I had a strong feeling that one wrong move would end badly. I scanned the yard with my eyes and saw nothing, then turned on the thermal scope and slowly aimed it toward the tree line. And my body froze when I saw 3 heat signatures near the trees, shaped like people crouched low and completely still. And what scared me most was not that they were there, but that they had been there the whole time and I could not see them until then. And when one of them slowly turned its head toward me, I knew it had noticed me looking. Chapter 2. As I watched, one figure moved unnaturally slow, then the second, then the third, not together but one by one like they were coordinated, and I realized they were not crouching to hide but studying the snow, like they were tracking something. And then another heat signature appeared inside my backyard between me and the forest, extremely close, so close that when I looked with my eyes there was nothing but through the scope. It was still there. My breathing became heavy. My fiancé was calling me from the door, but I could not answer because I was frozen watching as the 3 figures near the trees stood up straight with perfect human posture and began moving toward the house, not running or walking, but gliding, and that was when I understood they were not lost people, but something that came out at night to watch and wait. When I stepped back, the close heat signature stopped moving and turned directly toward me, and even though I could not see a face, I knew it was looking at me. And when the motion light suddenly turned on and the yard lit up, my eyes saw nothing at all. But through the scope, they were closer than before, and I could clearly see their heat outlines, no clothes, heat patterns wrong and not human. And I finally understood they were not hiding in the dark, but hiding from human vision, and the thermal scope was a mistake. Suddenly all of them stopped and turned toward the deeper forest as if signaled, and then every heat signature vanished at once. The silence returned, and this time it felt like a warning. Chapter 3. We did not sleep that night. We kept every light on, locked the doors, and I never put the scope down because I knew if I stopped looking, they could come back. And I also knew they had been here before. At sunrise, I went outside and found barefoot footprints in the snow around the yard, near the shed, under the windows, and leading back into the forest. And when the police came, they took photos and said it was probably animals. And when I mentioned the thermal scope, they ignored it. That evening, I checked the shed and some items were missing. Nothing valuable, just proof that something had been inside. And after that, we stopped going into the backyard because the forest was watching us and we knew it. And a few weeks later, we moved. When people ask why, I tell them some places are not meant to be lived in, only observed. I still own the thermal scope, but I have never used it again because once you see something, it is hard to forget. And sometimes the safest thing is choosing not to look. If you live near a forest and feel like something is watching you, remember the problem is not whether something is there, but whether you can see it. And if you listen to this story till the end, comment I believe you or I don't. And if you want to hear more stories that feel real but do not let you sleep at night, make sure to follow the channel.